Okay, always something, eh? I was deep in thought doing a project that I have to do, and Georgie rang me and said, "Hey, I know you're going to go live in a minute." And I said, "Oh, go live." So it was a 2-minute setup to get this done, and then we get up there and we were ready to go after 2 minutes, bang, and then something happened here with the server. It kept coming up, server overload. So I'm 2 minutes late. Never mind, I'm here. And I haven't had a chance to even look at the tracker, haven't even seen the tweets. Jane will tell me if there's anything exciting that we should be talking about. The good news was, and I managed to scramble that in, Maiden had a water dump. They had a big rain session come through just recently, and were able to apparently fill up their tanks. Okay, so that's good news. Now, we had then immediately had a discussion in the office, just saying, "Oh yeah, but they still may run out," and so on. But the reality is that on a Swan, like on Explorer, for instance, we carry over 800 litres of water. Now, I'm not sure how much Maiden has, but I couldn't imagine it having less than about 400 litres or so. I'm not sure. So anyway, good news. They've got water, so hopefully they didn't break open the seal on their manual desalinator, and they're looking good to continue on because they're looking okay in the position on the tracker. Anyway, anything else I should be saying, Jean, about the tweets? No, shaking the head. Okay, so I'm going to go straight to, oops, I opened that without putting you on it. We're going to go straight to the tracker now and have a look. There's been a bit of a mixed bag, and there's plenty of challenges ahead. I can see that as soon as it opens up. We've got these big bands. Anyway, look at this. Penjuic has been gaining heaps. I'm going to change this tracker tails there. I can't see him very well. Anyway, Penjuic's right up there, but L'Esprit de Keep is still in front at the moment, and they're running second in line honours, and third in IRC, and first in flyer class. Whoop for L'Esprit de Keep. I think that's the best position they've been in since they left the UK. I think they'll be jumping up and down. How long can they hold that? Well, let's wait and see. We'll have to keep watching, but it's amazing what's going on. Sorry? What? We might have a problem. I'm just coming back to have a look here. Hi, looking good. Maybe this is in the office. We've got a problem with the internet. Jane's saying she can't see it moving.
Showing that picture then.
Okay. All right. Well, that's all we need at the moment. I'll just come back here. So Jane says she can't see any graphics happening. Did you see the box jump out then?
It's only the box holding there, not shut, not anything. The wave not moving.
So yeah, but okay, but does the box come up? That white box, I'm coming on and off.
No, it's not off.
So the screen's frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, there's something going on here, and I don't know what it is. It says I've got 3 bars. So
it's okay. It's okay. I can see
it's okay. It's your computer, Jane. Oh, Jane's got an old computer. Okay, cool. All right. Well, I'm going to keep going. And if someone's seeing any problems in the comments, just if you can comment and let us know. So, okay, through the numbers. Penjuic, 9.4. Very happy with that. They will be. And in fact, I've been watching it over the last 12 hours or so. And Penjuic being out to the east really paid dividends for them, coming up a bit. So they've passed translated 9. They're way over here. So that's kind of cool. Explorers moved across in another tack and not doing too well down the back there, but not too far away from the rest of the fleet. And we've got this challenge coming up here now, which may stall them a bit. So let's wait and see. Anyway, Penjuic, 9.5 knots, 201-mile day. That's pretty good. L'Esprit de Keep should be celebrating hard right now because they might not be there that much longer in the lead, but they're doing extremely well. 8.7 knots, 127-mile day. So you can see Penjuic took out 80 miles on them, so it's going to change probably. Galliana with Secure, that was a real whoop as well. First in IRC now, first in adventure class, and fourth in line honours. She's not a big boat, so they're also sailing hard, but you can see this side of the fleet here has had wind a little bit longer than the others. Maiden stopped, and Galliana will probably sail straight past them by the look of this breeze. We'll roll it through a bit, but there's breeze for the next 50, 60 miles, whereas Maiden's already parked. So 2.7 knots, only 92 miles in the last 24 hours. Galliana, they've done 121 miles in the last 21 hours, so that'll be interesting to watch. Spirit of Helsinki parked as well, 2.2 knots and 107 mile day. And coming down to Translated, they'll keep moving. They got breeze there, 8 knots and 144 mile day, so they're going to catch up. It could be a bit of a bunch up. Outlaw still sailing, 6.4, 99 mile day. Right alongside Neptune. I should have made this a bit bigger. Right alongside Neptune, 7.7 knots and 121 mile day. So that's pretty cool. White Shadow still sailing, 5.8 knots, 78 mile day. They've had it quiet overnight, and Triana looks as if, not quite parked, but 65 mile day. And Evrika tacked across into nothing, but they've got some breeze, so that's cool. Wouldn't this be funny? If they keep it, so 4.4 knots, 92 mile day. Explorer not doing its best point of sail, but tacking to windward, and they've still got breeze. So they're doing 5.6, only a 64 mile day. And Sterner doing 4.2, 88 mile day. So a bit of fun and games there, and it'll all depend on what's going to happen with this big hole. So hopefully we'll see the tail enders like Explorer and Sterner start to catch up a little bit and join the rest of the fleet. But there's not a big split in the fleet at the moment anyway. We're pretty much, still together, east to west anyway. But what's going to happen to this hole? So before I rotate it forward, we'll have a look at the big picture here. So you can see once again, there's no predominant factor. This is sort of like a bit of a high here. And I suppose, in the scheme of things, this is the South Atlantic high, but it's a bit confused because of these systems here. Just crazy. It's still a big mix up and no real strong trade winds. Normally this would be the trades roaring across here and everyone would be into it right now. This is where the trade band usually comes to, just this little hook in the coast here. This is all here is usually solid trade winds. So this is probably upsetting a few things as well. Anyway, we've got a hole in front. Let's just see what's going to happen to it over the next couple of days and how many challenges they're going to have. Okay, so we're ready to bounce this forward. So we got 1200 position. Okay, so the wind's coming back. There we go. So in the next 7 hours, the wind is just appearing from nowhere. It's coming down and starting to get cranked up. So everyone's going to start moving. The good news by then, it looks like if we start at the back end of the fleet, it's I won't call it the start of the trades, but the wind direction looks, well, maybe it is the start. No, well, maybe this thing's going to disappear. But the good news here is Explorer can come around pretty quickly. This is still sort of like an easterly going to a northeasterly, so they'll be able to tack north. So it's going to be touch and go whether they can get up there. Anyway, you'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. At the moment, this is coming through in about 7 hours, coming through as close to an easterly. So they could sail on that, on one tack, on starboard tack, and get up here. But very soon, it'll probably come down to a northerly again, and then they're cooked. For these guys, same again, perfect. It's beam reaching. And even though it's light, that's going to be quite fast. For Penjuic and the Spirit of Keep, they're not going to lose the breeze at all. So what they've got now sneaking out the side is going to be stronger than the rest of it over here. So you probably, both the Spirit of Keep and Penjuic are going to be looking pretty good, and they'll keep driving forward. So they may get ahead of Spirit of Helsinki and Maiden in the short term, or Penjuic will be up there, but let's wait and see what happens. So clicking forward again, yeah, you can see, okay, by about 10, 12 hours, the wind is increasing here. It's still holding east, so Explorer will attack by then and come up here. Sterner is a bit caught in the corner here now, because if they got to keep trying to get out of here, otherwise they're going to run into the coast, and then they got to tack out anyway. They'll have to tack down here to get up. So that'll be fun to watch. Evrika will be okay. They can roll up there. So it's not looking too bad. So this is still only, it's all going to happen very fast, because that's now here we go through, and then it's going to stop again. Okay, so when that disappears, that's an overnight situation. They won't get very far on that. Explorer will be just down here somewhere, more headwinds, but the others are going to drive into nothing. So tomorrow, they're all going to park up again, I think. Oh, it's starting to follow through. Okay, so that's on the 16th at 1 o'clock. There would have been a day and a half, so it's probably going to be a couple of 100 miles. Is that going to be a couple of 100? Yeah, they're going to be right on the edge of it. Everyone's going to be riding right on here. They may hold the breeze. I don't think they'll get far enough up to totally stall, but it's potentially going to happen if they go too quick. So there we go through till, that's 48 hours from now. So it's still a bit of a band there. 48 hours, slow going, a big hole again. And I don't know whether that's going to be good for Explorer and the tail enders or not. But there's plenty of challenges, but that's yacht racing. So let's have a look at the leaderboard for fun, because that's going to be quite interesting. Line on us, Helsinki has got it by literally correct the lapse times. That's hang on a sec. That's 47. So they're only, well, we'll go distance. Okay, so we'll go distance 560. So 24 hours behind. No, 6. That's 19 miles, 60, 70, 80. Yeah, 19 miles behind. Spirit of Helsinki is L'Esprit Keep. So that's not bad. Maiden is another 2 miles behind that. Galliano with Secure is about another 15, 20 miles behind that, something like that. And Penjuic is getting close all of a sudden. So then it gets all a bit irrelevant. So let's go to IRC. This is where it'll be really fun. Galliano with Secure currently holding first place on IRC with a corrected elapsed time. That's to the finish based on current boat speeds. Would be a couple of days. 53, 54, yeah, a couple of days. Elapsed time, finish time. So yeah, Triana is not far behind, just a day or so behind. The L'Esprit de Keep is another half a day behind that. And then Maiden, pretty much only hours behind L'Esprit de Keep. Spirit of Helsinki comes in then, about another 15 hours or something behind Maiden. And then it goes down the line, translated back at 58 days. So they're quite a way behind of Rika, Outlaw, Penjuic, White Shadow, Sterner, and right down the bottom. I wonder who's at the bottom. Yes, it's Explorer. So yeah, it's amazing. We're past what is it? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So a week and 7, 8, 9 days, and the fleet's still pretty much bunched together, and not a lot to talk about. It's just start go. But there's not much wind up the front, and it's still slow going. They haven't gone a long way from the finish at all. And just to highlight that before we go to see if anyone's got something to say, we'll go from there to there is 150 miles. So we could say Spirit of Helsinki, and that's translated. There's translated. Translated is about 110 miles behind Spirit of Helsinki. And if we split the fleet, what's the split in the fleet like? It's only a couple 100 miles, 250 miles between top to bottom from the run line, 240, something like that. So not too far away. Anyway, I've run out of things to say about the tracker, and we'll head back to the other side and say g'day. Boom, boom. Okay, all good. I'm going to see this from here. Good day, everybody. It's all comments, all okay. Good evening. Looking forward to hearing which watch Explorer wins the battle of the sexes. Oh, yeah. Explorer's got 2 watches, and they've got 4 guys in one, 4 girls in the other. They've just completely split it. So I bet you the cockpit's really tidy for the girls, and then the boys will just make a mess everywhere. But anyway, who knows? There'll be some stories there, I'm sure. So that's kind of cool. And Mark gets to float. He can go and join the boys or the girls. That's easy. Yep, we're not moving. Tracker update. Same frozen screen as in freeze. Number boxes. Don't tell me. Started working. 6. Hopefully it was when we got going. I'm sure it was frozen a little bit before. Yeah, it was. Well, squeezing back together. Maiden can have our Irish rain. Yeah, I can imagine that. They would have been happy to get that. It was right on time, because if they had broken open the desalinator, they would have got the 48 hours. And I suggested to them that if they only had a week, not to leave it till the last day before they cracked the desalinator. So, 2 days later, they get rain. So just in time, which is good news for the girls. Yeah, translated should have stayed on Penduic. Yeah, possibly. Anyway, that's it. So we'll carry on regardless. Keep watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for that.